guys, how are we all doing? I hope we are well. It has been quite some time. I have been busy, I have been sewing, but I've just been sewing a lot, and it's another historical project. So I thought I won't film all the process because I've just come off the back of another large historical project, so I didn't want to be too samey. But there is a video coming up about that. Have no fear if you're interested in 1790s. I've got you covered. I've also got another video that I'm half toying with at the moment. It's a little bit of a spicy one. It's my opinion on a particular pattern book that I have already previously spoken about on my sewing book club videos. I don't know. I just need to review just to make sure that I'm not coming across as overly negative or being negative for the sake of it. There are issues, and it's not the first time people mention these issues, but I just want to make sure, this is the internet, it's forever, you've got to be fair. But today, I should be mostly talking about the little antique trip I took on last Sunday. I don't see why. By the time this gets posted, last Sunday could be any Sunday. You know what I mean. A Sunday in the past, I went to a street called Church Street. It's in northwest London. I know. Our southeast Londoners, that's enemy territory. Anyway, and I've been told by a friend of mine that there was like an antique fair going on, and I just thought, you know what? That sounds right up my alley. So I decided I was going to go. Unfortunately, my friend couldn't make it for some personal circumstances, so I went on my own. Probably for the best. I think if you're not interested in shopping, going shopping with somebody else can be very boring. And so anyway, I went on my own, and it was a blazingly hot day, and there was no cover. And the market stalls themselves, there's lots of people, the street was shut, so there was no traffic, there's people playing music, and there was just all sorts of things from tiny little knickknacks to huge great sideboards and chairs and whatnot. So plenty to go and see. Now, I think I had been down that area before many years ago, and there was a place called, I think it was Alfie's Antique Market, which I think I've been previously, but anyway, it's a typical kind of antiques warehouse. It's higgledy-piggledy, it's upstairs, downstairs, you've got large rooms full of Art Deco stuff, you've got tiny little cubby holes with tiny little gems of stuff. So I had a look around, and I did some damage to my bank account. I have slight regrets, buyer's remorse, but it's done now. I can't take the money with me, and I've got things that make me feel happy. I did buy something actually on the market itself, but there wasn't as much there as I thought there was going to be for me. I was obviously looking for fabrics and other sewing paraphernalia, laces or whatever. I did want to try and find a wicker basket because I'm going to a 18th century picnic, which is what I've been sewing for. And I needed a bag for something, for some of my food and all that stuff. So I managed to get one of those, and this is the first item that I bought. Here it is. Just a very simple basket. I was told this is vintage. I don't really know what constitutes a vintage wicker basket, how you can tell from an old from a new. It's very nice quality. A little bits of stuff sticking out here and there, but that's the danger of these things anyway. It was a little bit shallower than I wanted, but I was getting kind of like, I need something to take with me for my picnic. So this will be very nice and handy. Hold it on like that, up against the hip, walk around, picnic blanket, water, food. Job's a good one. This cost me a £5. Even if it isn't vintage, you can't really say fairer than that, can you? So there we go. That was the cheapest single item that I bought. It gets a little more expensive, but a lot nicer from here on in. What do I go to next? I'm going to go to some lace. Now, in the antique market, I happened upon a room cupboardy type thing. And it was the first thing you could see was loads of lace and buttons and jewellery of all different types. Sorry, there's some deliveries going on at the moment. I've already had mine, so nobody should be knocking on my door, I hope. Anyway, so I just had a beeline because I was looking for some lace. I don't know what I'm going to use it for. It's just going to clog up on. It's the joys of hoarding. I don't know, but I thought let's just have a little look, and ooh, mama, there are some beauts in that place. And obviously, as any good stall holder will go, they'll see you looking and you go, you know what? There's some nice stuff over there. Have a look. And you go, oh, okay. Oh, nice stuff. And you know what? There's some nice stuff over there. And you go, oh, all right then. And oh, yes, there were lots of nice stuff. So, and oh, I had to be so disciplined. Oh my day, the discipline I had to put in place. There were some beautiful things. I can still see there's like a whole roll. Well, not say whole roll. There was maybe a couple of meters of antique dress lace on the card. It was £48 a lot. Oh, I kind of regret not buying it. I really do. But yeah, I didn't. But what I did buy, so I bought from the two places. This woman was talking. She didn't own all of it, but the little cubby hole that there was in this Alfie's antique market. Oh my God, there are some amazing, amazing trims. I think that there's some vintage turn of the century ribbon in there. Honestly, oh, there was like a gorgeous bright green moire silk ribbon. It was dense, it was stiff, but the patination was amazing. Didn't have a price on it. There's a beautiful like multi blue striped, very Edwardian. It was slightly lighter, didn't have a price tag. I saw some lovely purple stuff, didn't have a price tag. So basically, as the old adage goes, if you have to ask for the price, you probably can't afford it. And I thought, again, I'd spent a lot of money, so let's be disciplined. So, enough rambling. What have I bought? This 5 meters of just very plain insertion lace, but let me get a little closer. As you can see, I've got some lovely lace insertion here. You've got a really nice close weave cotton here, fraying a little bit, but you know, that's to be expected even with vintage stuff. But just look at I'd say the needlework. That's obviously machine needlework, but isn't that pretty? Imagine that as part of I was going to say lingerie dress, but isn't that beautiful? You could attach a ribbon to the back of that to make it pop more, or you could attach it to a different coloured fabric and make that pop too. What do you think? I think I'm going to stay down here because the laces get smaller from here on in. I've got some edging lace here. I'm not sure how many meters I've got of this because it was just £4 a lot. This was £3 a meter. This was £4 for the entire lot. And let's see, but what you can see here is a very fine, very delicate lace here. Easily turn of the 1900s, if not maybe a little older. The bottom, maybe a bow, is fairly indescript, but this is a edging lace. And I don't know, maybe I've got a good 5, maybe a bit more than that. And I think that was just so pretty. But yeah, that's really, really pretty. I'm probably going to need to wash all the lace that I've got because I don't know quite what colour they all are. But if I can, I'll film that as well. Oh, by the way, if I suddenly look a bit further back, it's because I had to fiddle around with the zoom on that one. Now, moving on, I've got 3 more laces to show you. But here you can see it's another edging lace, but it's more like a flowered scallop edge. You can have it up so the scalloped edges are at the top, or the scalloped edges are at the bottom, and it's just really, really pretty. Now, I think I've got 5 meters of this. I think this was £5 a meter. But isn't that beautiful? Yes, I do have desires to make a lingerie dress. I've got this even prettier lace. You can see just how beautiful that is with little intricate circles in the bottom and some little bobbles in the middle. Just lovely. I mean, so elegant and so light and airy. It's lovely. That was £4 a metre. It was only a little while ago, but I've already forgotten. And we've got this lovely insertion lace here. Again, just kind of a flowery, like leaf kind of motif. Again, very open weave. Probably something like a bobbin net, I would imagine. Does need washing. It looks quite coffee coloured here, and I'm pretty sure it's not meant to be that colour. Ecru, it tends to be very obviously ecru, but I shall be washing them. I'll be working out how to do that, and if I can, I will demonstrate for you so you can see yourself. But these are just lovely. And I think that was £4 a metre. So yeah, I actually got really good deals, and I am definitely going back there. Not too recently, not yet, but I'm definitely going to go back. And if I ever see that dress lace for the £48, if it's still there, it was meant to be. If it's gone by the time it was there, by the time I get back, then it was not meant to be, and that is just the way of the shopping, and I accept it. Just so many regrets. Anyway, so that's all the lace that I bought, but that's not all I bought. Now, the next two pieces, the two final pieces, are spectacular. I mean, without a doubt. Now, I've got some vintage fabrics already upstairs, and they're beautiful, and I can't wait to use them, but the fabric, come on, let's see the fabric. The fabric knocks it into a contact, as the expression goes. This is a viscous crepe silk. I reckon this is what he said. I'll need to check on the website. This is bought in a different place in the same Alfie's antique market. It's called Tintin Collectibles. I only know that because the name sticks out. The place where I bought most of the lace from didn't have a name, but I'll post some details anyway. A day at the races, anybody? Horse races. Horse racing. It's 3.5 meters of drapey, floopy goodness. But unlike the crepe jersey that I made my jumpsuit from last year, it has no stretch. But isn't that beautiful? Isn't that just so much fun? Let me just hold it up the right way around. It was the other way around originally. There we go. Isn't that just beautiful? And you can tell it's vintage because that's how wide. So that's how wide it is. That's maybe 36 inches. Okay, I can measure this. Let's measure it. It is, yep, about 35.5 to 36 inches wide. And that was the widest it could go at the time. So it's very narrow. Now I've got 3.5 meters of that, and that should go some way. I am blessed in the hip and buttock region, excuse me. I am somewhat blessed in the hip and buttock region. Oh, dramatic. So I need to be honest about how much I can make out of this, but I do have a lovely pattern for some 1930s beach pyjama trousers. I'm going to carry on. Some beach pyjama trousers, and I think this would look really lovely. It's got that flow and that drape, but like I said, only a smidge of stretch, unlike the jersey crepe that I sewed with last time. I'm not going to tell you how much it cost. It doesn't matter. It cost enough, and per meter it would probably be about right. I think I would think it was very fairly priced. But yeah. Ooh. Much less space for a pair of floaty trousers. Now, onto the pièces de résistance. I don't know why I bought these. Part of me has the controversial idea of picking the lace out of this. I don't know yet. But we have a pair of beautiful Edwardian lace pillowcases. I mean, can you not? I'll certainly insert some up close pictures, but can you just look at that? Just look at the beauty of the lace work and the joining, and just the sheer delicacy of the lace itself. You just do not get that anywhere. Now, like I said, controversially, I was going to maybe repurpose the lace, because this is not my style of anything in any way, shape or form in terms of pillowcases. It's missing most of it. So there's one little button on here, and on the second one, because I did get two. I got 1, 2, 3. I've got 3 buttons, and one of those doesn't match. So, you know, it's not particularly usable. It is not to my taste as a pillowcase. I have cats. This would not last with the little kitten claws. I mean, they're old cats now, but I like the alliteration. So no, that's not going to happen. But I need to think about what I want to do with this. But aren't they just beautiful? And they were 45 quid each. So, you know, I think 90 quid for the 2. That's pretty damn decent, given that this is old. This is over 100 and... we're in 23. 110 years old. And whilst the buttons have gone, and it's probably not as white as it used to be, it's in mint condition. And I mean mint condition. So I don't know. I mean, I'm still pondering if I can pick it apart. The trouble is that the stitching to hold the lace together is damn near invisible. So I need to really think about this. I'll probably wash it again, very simply, very gently, and I'll bring you along with that. And I will see what I do. I mean, admittedly, I have no idea what I'm going to make with it. I mean, maybe I could make a more traditional lace inserted blouse. I have a pattern for it in one of my books. I could probably do that. I'm not sure how I would work some of this stuff, but let's have a look at that. Look at that again. As Keith Floyd used to say, stop looking at me and give a big fat close up onto this. And isn't that beautiful? So if you've been totting up as we've been going along, you will see, oh no, it's a bit dark in here now. I've spent a lot of money, and I've been deliberately kept my our final fabric purchase a little bit quiet. I don't necessarily like talking about money too much. I'm British. I do find it pretty uncomfortable. I am in a privileged... well, no, I'm in a lucky position. I'm not privileged. I hate that word sometimes. I'm in a very lucky position that I am able to afford this stuff. I appreciate that many, many people can't. People have spoken. So, you know... So I'm not going to talk too much about money, but hopefully you enjoyed that. It's not often and every day that I go out and I go and antiquing, but I will be definitely going back to Alfie's antique market if you're ever in London and you've got a bit of time to spare. It's a wealth of treasures. It covers a lot of different things. It's not just fabric. But we'll be going back there in a few months' time, I think. Why not? But with that, thank you to all my subscribers, old and new. I love you lots. You know, please like, share and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. I am still a very small channel and I'm growing very slowly, but I love you all anyway. So this has been a Crazy Cat Lady Productions. You've been watching an unoriginal idea. Until next time, guys, take care. Bye bye.